Hello everyone, are we live? I think we are. Let's see who comes about tonight. I'll just hang on for a minute, see who comes in. And if you come in, will you put something in the chat, please? Charlie Cameron, good to see you. How you doing? Nigel, go on, my man. Well, I hope everyone's alright. I'm just a bit indisposed at the moment. Should have started at past, but never mind. It's not far off that now, is it? Bobby Crush, go on. Probably going to be a bit of a slow start, but that is what it is. Everyone alright? On the way in? That would be nice. We can take things from there. So did you all get on Arts Live earlier on? I think I've seen a few of you. But now let's, Gerard, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. So, I'll just put the link out again if anyone wants to come on. The Elephant Man too. Not seen it. I only like, I don't know, some fantasy films or not. So it takes a bit to sell me on them. Yeah, go on, John, how you doing? Yeah, it's not too bad, mate. too bad. It's always going to be a bit of a slow start. My live's only got about 150 odd subs. I'm not really tried with the channel, to be honest. It's not something, I've tried sort of pushing, if you like. It's just something that I set up so could put a live on if no one else was on. That was really it. But now I wouldn't mind maybe doing it a bit, bit more, putting some subject matter in. Put your comments in, what you think to that. I've known quite a bit about certain things, researched certain stuff as well. So, it's something. If I think I can offer something on a subject, I'll happily talk about it. I know about certain things, but if I don't, it's like, up and coming stuff as well that's going on, like news. Well, that's okay, I can put my opinion across, if you like. Maybe bounce off the likes of Art and whoever else, who's interested in those sort of things. But certain stuff, it's like, I don't know a great deal about. If it doesn't interest me, I tend to not bother too much. I suppose it's the same with most people, but me in particular. If it really interests me, I'm all over it. Research-wise. I don't stop. Quite a bit about the underground UK military bases, mate. Simply because my old man had some really extensive clearance. That was how it started for me. He was a civilian contractor, but he had some of the highest clearance you could get. He worked at, what's known as the Burlington Bunker, which was where the royal family would go, or one of the places they could go in the event of a nuclear attack, was the Burlington Bunker. And he worked down into there. It's also, some people call it Rudlow Manor, or it's in Corsham in Wiltshire, which has been prevalent with my life. But there's a lot of them sort of bases all over the UK. That one's extensive. It's actually an old stone mine for Bath stone, and it's about 25 miles. If you measured it out. Certain parts are supposedly not in use, and others are. But how true, I don't know. But certain parts have got upgraded, 5 or 10 years ago. Most expensive sort of money put into a building ever. It's called the Corsham Computer Centre. They believe it's to do with radar, Star Wars, submarines, that type of thing. Part of that programme. And that's massive. How you doing, Eddie? Have I seen Steve's Locked Up Abroad again? Steve who? Steve Plastic Paddy? I don't know. Plastic Paddy's getting some time away at the moment, but I don't know if you're on about him. Or is it another Steve? I don't know. But yeah, you want to look into underground bases. You want to go on a channel. It's actually Matthew Williams. He lives right near where I used to live in Wiltshire. He's got a channel called The Secret Vault. And there's another part to it. What's it called? Truth Seeker or something like that, I think it is. But no, he's gone under a lot of the bases after they've shut. That's right, yeah, that's who I'm on about, Charlie. Yeah. Matthew Williams, he was involved with the crop circle thing, the fakes. He was investigating them, and then a group decided they'd try and make some to see if it could be done. So it put a lot of doubt on the whole thing. Matthew Williams did some documentary on that and was involved in that. But the crop circles that were made are totally different in the way the corn's laid down than other ones, and they are nowhere near as intricate as other ones that have turned up overnight in Wiltshire, where I used to spend a hell of a lot of time, where I lived. A lot of this stuff's all there. Them underground bunkers are in Wiltshire, a lot of them. You know, the school I was on about is in Wiltshire. They actually built a second part to it, right on top of them underground bunkers in Corsham. I wonder why. There's other ones in Newbury, which Miles Johnson, friends of mine, his channel Bases has looked into all that also. But a lot of his work, you have to go elsewhere. You can get links, go onto it, and you can get links. Now then, Bella, nice to see you, and glad you made it. Oh, Steam was. Ah. Yes, it was just Steve. He got locked up in, was it Japan? I believe. Or something like that. Japan or Hong Kong. Something like that. He got locked up for transporting cannabis. And yeah, they did a thing on that. I also know someone else from my past who, a girl who got involved in, she's done one. She got in trouble in Venezuela. And she's a girl I used to go raving with back in the day. Gold Diggers in Chippenham, among other places. Spiral Tribe, Free Raves, all different ones, you know. Eclipse, Coventry. Believe it or not, went to Raquel's in Essex once, and I thought it was shit to what I was used to. It was rubbish, really. Yeah, a bit of a cliquey place at Raquel's, where the Essex boys used to frequent. I don't know why they bothered. Maybe because they had the door, I don't know. A bit of money, I suppose. But the place was rubbish, I thought. Yeah, I didn't have... You know, a lot of people said, oh, it was great, it had a great atmosphere, and I just thought it was a bit average to me. So... But now all over, and Natalie, as she's known, she was from Swindon. She got involved with some people and ended up, yeah, getting in prison in Venezuela's all right, as long as you got money, I believe. And she broke out, didn't she? And come back, and she's changed her life. Good for her. I didn't know her when that period was going on then. Kind of raves had stopped, sort of, it was dying down there. And she'd obviously gone off another paths. You know, Swindon had a huge drug problem at the time. I used to go there occasionally, usually on nights out, and I knew some people over there, but yeah, it's a strange place. There's absolutely good and bad bits all over Swindon. It's a bit odd, and it's got a small Caribbean community, which I know some. I knew boxing trainer's family, Ricky Porter, Lisa Porter, them sort of people. I went to school with Lisa. She was lovely. But now it's going to be funny old Christmas as well. The World Cup this time of year, isn't that weird? Who thinks that? Put it in the comments. It's just odd. Yeah, it's kind of the wrong time of year for me. If it's 1st of December, and the World Cup's pretty much halfway through. Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit strange. Anyone got any little tipples on it? Any bets? France got beat today. I couldn't believe that. After the way they've been going on. But I'm sure a lot of people are not that interested in the football. I don't know what's happening here, but the comments seem to be slowing right down. That's right, Eddie, yeah. You haven't watched or looked up any scores, not your interest. Here we go. Mr. Doyle, good to see you, mate. About time you turned in. I can send a search party out for you, but I wasn't sure which country you'd be in. Yeah, so France got beat, so they've go into the playoffs. Is that right, Doyle? We're going to talk about football for another couple of minutes, and then we'll leave it at that. Well, if it's France and Portugal in the final, I've earned a few quid. So I've got a 50 to 1 on that. But don't know, it's a bit frosty that. I didn't actually see the game. Did you see the game, the France one, Doyle? Oh, go on, Bella. What are you eating, honey? Yeah, it's gone a bit posh, hasn't it, Bobby? Some of this sort of bits and pieces to do with the football. It's a bit strange. I'm not sure what to think. Yeah, the Portuguese looking good. I just, they get to the final with France, I'm happy. I mean, England, I don't know. I suppose I won't be too pissed off if England won it, but, it's just, do you think, did you see the game, Doyle? Because I thought it's quite soon for him to have another game, France. What do you reckon, tired? I don't know much about that particular game, and I woke up, it was done. Yeah, they're the three, aren't they, really? But obviously I've got my odds on the other one. They'll probably give me a cash out, and if it isn't looking too great, I'll take whatever, as long as it's a decent profit, I'll be happy. Because fucking hell, financially things have gone bad for me, mate. Bad. So a little tickle here and there will help out, I'm sure. But no, it just seems... me, Doyle, all I've done is just bet on a couple of teams to get into the final. It was France-England, 50-1, and France-Portugal, 50-1. But I went to put on 20 and it wouldn't let me. It only let me put on like 12.50 on one, the England one, and 7.50 on the other. It's stupid. But they give 50-1 on it, so you know what I mean? But earlier on in the week I was playing with literally, I was doing trebles, quadruples, you know, doing loads literally with pounds and getting up to like 1,050-1 and things like that. It was really good fun. And yeah, I have got accounts all suspended, Doyle, but I've got 2 accounts open. But yeah, my other ones are suspended yet. My Ladbrokes one's gone, and anything to do with Ladbrokes, Coral, 15 other names, I'm banned from for 5 years. Yeah, Yanks, I can't see them coming through, mate, to be honest. Were you betting on them then, Doyle? I mean, to be honest, I bet on anything I can get odds on with football, because, you know, it could go either way. I like betting on draws as well. And I did a mad bet. It was one in the championship, which I got right. It was a draw, and 9 corners, and then I got a 7-1 on one of the World Cup games. Can't think what it was. Anyway, it was coming through, and I thought, if they have a corner now, I'm fucked, because I bet on the exact amount of corners, and the ball went down the field, and I'm thinking, and I bottled it, and I cashed out, and it ended up being exactly 9 corners that I bet on. But anyway, I made like 40 times my money, so I was happy with that. No, not both teams to score. No, just getting into the final. I thought that was amazing. Bet 365. That's hellish odds really for that, isn't it? Just to get to the final. And then they did it. There was loads of teams like pairs for 50-1. Just madness. No, I hadn't been on a losing streak. It's just I hadn't played like I was playing. If you know what I mean, I was playing quite a lot. I have like periods. Do you know what I mean, Bella? Where I get on it. Eddie will tell you, you know what I mean? And I go on it, and when I get on a run, I get on a run. And it doesn't do me any favours with the bookies, you know? Because they just fucking end up banning me, or I've been restricted on all the others. You know, it sounds a lot, £500 a month, but when you're doing serious thing, that's it. If you do it all the time, you will lose. Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah? You need to dip in and dip out. Same as doing illegal things. You don't do it all the time, because it will get you. You know, if you were to be doing something like that. Yeah, you dip in, you dip out, and that's it. And that's how you win. You know, and you leave when things are looking good. Simple as that. And that's what I do. You know, I don't sugarcoat it, whatever. And sometimes, you know, I've had some pretty good, pretty good results. But you do it all the time, and what happens is it works. Yeah, and the idea is, that is basically how they get you. You keep putting, you think you're gonna put a bit more on, or do this or do that. I've got strategies for everything. Don't get me wrong, but it eventually gets you. That's why they always win, bookies. But what I don't like is how they're doing people out of bets, because it was online in the paper about a guy he was due £8,000 off a £100 bet, and they reneged on it, and he was due 8 grand on a football bet, and it was about how many teams to score 3 goals or more, and he bet on 3 teams. Argentina, I think one might have been, I forget, 3 teams anyway, and he bet, and he got really stunning odds, and they didn't pay him out. No, didn't pay him out. So it's pretty awful, and that's been online. They do it, and they seem to get away with it. You can go to these different organisations and stuff, but generally they're on the bookie side. I'm thinking of getting involved in a group thing about something similar, because at the moment I got a frozen account. Yeah, 32 red, frozen, with money in it, money that I need, and yeah, frozen. Can't go into my banking, can't load the game, nothing. I was online to them tonight. That's what I was doing prior to doing this. Telling him on the 24/7 supposed help. Who was it? PP did me. Paddy Power, yeah? I've never gone on Paddy Power, because people told me that, yeah, they offer some good odds and that, but, yeah. But no, is someone going to come on the panel? Give me a hand, let's get talking about some stuff. Apart from betting. You know that, Eddie. And also, I like to state that, and when I do win, I try to do, get things sorted out. I got a £2 bill now. Fucking, I should have a little game and try and sort that out, because, that's to do with things to do with health. And Doyle, it's saying you were a guest, but you didn't have your thing on, did you? So I don't know what was happening there, mate. Anyway, how's things going with you? Was you, Nigel? I didn't even see you, mate. Browser blocked you. Try it again, Doyle, please. Nigel, it didn't even come up on my thing. I normally get a little red thing go on my, like my settings, and don't know why it blocked you, mate. Fucking hell. But if you try again, Nigel, it didn't come up on my thing to show that you were backstage, Nigel. Which is quite bizarre. Extra in the morning, mate, yeah? So if you get sorted, eh? Can you put any weight on it yet? Now then, Eddie Gannon.
What the
How you doing?
bleeding dirty with you?
You know, is what it is. A bit, you know, a bit slow, a bit tired. I was on the phone this morning and I was in a right old state, snoring. Did I drop
Oh,
off
you
on
were
you
definitely
then? I must
starting
have
this
done.
morning. There's no doubt about it.
I know, flipping out. Yeah, Doyley's on the old tippy toes, eh? So what you been up to, Eddie?
I was just putting up the tree today. That's about it.
What did you go to bed after we've been on the phone, me, you, and Tonkin?
Yeah, well, I went for a little bo peep, and I was like, I mean, it wasn't too bad, you know.
Don't know what it
I was
is.
just
It's fucking. I'm just sleeping like a baby at the moment. It's crazy.
yeah,
Honestly, you'd think Bella was next to me. Honestly, I
yeah,
swear to God. A bit cheeky, I know, but you know, like, just absolutely, like, getting that bloody fetal position and I'm away. I don't
yeah,
know what it is, just knackered. And that ain't a good sign, is it? 'Cause you can get chronic fatigue, and I know a little bit about that.
yeah,
One of my extended family members, she had that, and it was awful. Yeah, to motivate her and stuff. She had it for a little while, and it took quite a while for it to come out of her. And you know, I hope I ain't got anything like that. Just the last couple of weeks, just been dead on it as well. Really,
yeah.
like,
It's the lack of activity. That's probably what it is. Like, yeah, it can wear you down a little bit, you know.
yeah. Oh, I've been trying to push things, you know, get things sorted out and that as well. I think that bloody dulls your mind, doesn't it? We got 28 in anyway, people. So plenty of shadow watchers, no doubt. I'll
Yeah,
put the link out again, just in case anyone else wants to come on. You'll have to show your face out back, but that ain't no problem, is it? And whatnot. Fancy doing a song, Eddie?
yeah, okay.
Don't do it if you don't want to. You know the score with me.
Yeah,
I just thought I'd break
I'll
things
do.
up a bit.
Oh,
Get the farts out, bloody hell.
oh,
Well, I used to do all of that, Bella, but things are a little bit tricky at the moment, and I will do a live regarding it at some point. It's a bit complicated.
so, okay.
You watch, if they find a fucking gold bar in your leg door, it's mine, alright? I stashed it there because you didn't have the company ready for me, alright? Actually, there might be a platinum one there as well, alright? So make sure they get it out.
Yeah, we'll do this
Now
one.
then, Nigel, me old fellow.
I do.
How's things?
Nigel,
What?
what's your
Alright.
story?
We're just going to, sorry to tell you to mute, but Eddie's just going to do the song and we'll have a chat, mate. It's been alright?
Yeah, what's he singing? Teletubbies?
Pardon?
What's he singing? Teletubbies?
What's the.
I said, what's he singing? Teletubbies?
I don't know what he's going to sing, mate. I've no idea.
I'm
But
gonna
we'll
do a
play.
little number. I'm gonna do a little number from I got a guy called Don Williams.
Okay, let's go on mute.
You praise go on my finger. You brought love like I've ever known. You gave life to our children and to me a reason to go home. You're my bread when I'm hungry. You're my shelter from trouble when you're my anchor and my soul. But most of all, you're my best friend. I need hope and inspiration. You're always strong when I'm tired and I could serve this whole world over and you'd still be everything that I need. You're my bread when I'm hungry. You're my shelter from trouble when you're my anchor in life's ocean. But most of all, you're my best friend. You're my bread when I'm hungry. You're my shelter from trouble when you're my anchor in life's ocean. But most of all, you're my best friend. Everybody, you're my bread when I'm hungry. You're my shelter from troubled waves. You're my anchor in life's ocean. But most of all, you're my best friend.
Great stuff, Eddie. Who was that song by?
Don Williams.
Yeah, I recognise it. Is that a country singer, is it?
Yeah.
Thought so, I recognise it. The words. No, great job. I don't know where Nigel went.
I'll be back, I'm sure.
Yeah, he dropped off a minute. I don't know what happened there. Have you been on many channels or anything?
I've been on one or two.
I've been meaning to go on. I keep getting the notifications for Sasquatch. I'm sure he wouldn't mind us mentioning.
Yeah.
But they're not always lives, are they?
Yeah. Hippie's been on a few times.
It's like news reports. Is he like some kind of auditor?
Yeah.
Right. I didn't know.
Well, you introduced me to him.
Yeah, I should try going on at some point. No. Has he got a lot of subscribers and everything?
I'd say he has, yeah.
What? Thousands? Hundreds of thousands?
Yeah.
Are you off, Doyle, yeah? Good to see you, brother, and hear from you. Get your son on here at some point.
Nice to see you, nice to see you, nice. As
Just
you say,
remember,
as
if
you
they
say.
find that gold bar or the platinum bar, it's mine. Alright, my old China? Take care, mate, yeah?
And if you can't be good, be careful. If you can't be careful, wear an umbrella.
Jesus.
As they say, as they say.
The numbers have been going up and down like a yo-yo. They went down, like they're at 18 now, they went up to 40 something. It's a bit strange, isn't it? Just up and down.
Devon Shannon.
They went up when you were playing, Eddie. So,
As in. Oh, Devos. Yeah. I go into Devos from time to time. Yeah. I thought you were talking about a fella from fucking TikTok.
oh God. Yeah, I tell you what though, for what I've learned is a lot of these TikToks, they can boost your YouTube. I mean, you know, I haven't attempted to really do, you know, sort of like do the channel, like, you know, promote it or anything like that really. I've only just mentioned it a few times recently, but it was just for the lives really, why I obviously made it. But I wouldn't mind doing it, start doing a few, you know, theories, crime stories, things from the past, a few bits, you know, maybe have arranged panels, things like that, and then do like, you know, like you was doing. I wanted you to do another music one, but you haven't done one since.
I was in CFM's channel.
I don't know that.
Canadian was a Canadian fisherman musician or something like that.
Right, okay. Is that about music?
Yeah, he's all about music and like catching fish, you know.
Bloody hell. I don't know why. There used to be a few lads in Over Island that were doing the fishing, and it's quite good when, you know, they're actually catching something.
Yeah.
You know, it can be a bit long. I think those sort of things, they probably want to just do it, shorten the video a bit.
I
You know, like,
say that the majority of them is edited it out.
well, some of them, they were playing, it was like an hour long, and they were just, you know, on the bank, whatever, and then, you know, you get like 5 minutes of action, and they catch it. But
I tell you, I was going on to a few of the storage ones, you know.
Oh yeah, you showed me a link to some of them, didn't you? Which was quite interesting. Someone burnt down his shed with his stock in.
That's right, yeah.
And didn't he know who did it?
Well,
Or
he's
was that suspicion,
turns
or
out it was a neighbour's friend, like from behind where he is, and like it was terrible sad that he wasn't insured, you know. But
yeah, that was it. He wasn't insured. That's just like, what the fuck.
yeah, it
And
sucks, you know.
what was that through? Jealousy and argument, or don't you know?
seems. I mean, like lot of them were kind of like. I mean, they were bad blood, but it seems to be like that. Like it was basically the arson. You know that's what it turned out to be. You know.
Yeah, but like like he must have had a reason. Was it like an argument over parking that started it, or jealousy,
No,
or
there was nothing about there was nothing about arguments or anything like that. It was just
he just did it?
he just did it for like for the hell of it. You know.
Fucking wanker. You did that. That will be deep down. That'll be jealousy, then, won't it? You think about it.
Yeah.
The man's successful. He's got a TV show. He's got plenty of stock in his storage sort
Yeah.
of place, and your man's just come and set fire to it.
I
That's
was very
jealousy,
lucky.
isn't it?
I mean, I'm sure you're seeing all the propane tax and everything else. Like, it could have been fucking a lot worse. Like about
Oh
10
yeah,
minutes later, like
that was.
he would have
Sorry.
fucking absolutely got fucking exploded and everything.
Mm.
Like there would have been serious fucking people hurt there.
Was that attached to his house? That storage thing.
Yeah, it was his garage, you know.
So it was a garage,
Yeah,
and it had all that stuff in.
yeah, it was all stored there.
I mean, that's putting the fucking guy's life at risk as well. This is what some of these, these jealous people end up doing. It's like, my old man used to say to me, there's nothing worse than a green person. And they aren't always obvious either. But
No.
just to do that, and that's put him and his family at risk as well, or whatever, hasn't it? Them
I
propane.
know. I know. Since like his mom left him,
Fucking hell.
like
So has
he's
that guy been done for it?
he hasn't been done at all. Like not even the neighbor was insured. Like like neither party was insured, so like they couldn't like move forward with the investigation.
Man needs fucking grabbing and chucking in the back of a van, doesn't he? Doing shit like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's the only way, innit? But certain people, they only understand things in a certain way, don't they?
Yeah.
Some people might not agree with me. Some people might, but if somebody's done that and put your family at risk, arson, with not even a reason behind it, apart from being probably jealous. The man's got a TV show and he's doing well for himself. Basically, that could only be the reason, unless he's, been with his bird behind his back and nobody knows about it. You know what I mean? Apart from him,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like, you're putting a guy everything. I hate, arson, yeah? One of the worst things ever, because you don't have any control, do you?
No.
The man doing it, for whatever reason, he has no control once.
And yeah, and you know what the funny thing it was, like the chaps like where everything that was on the line, like what he did, was like he reached out to the firefighters, and fair play to him for doing it. I mean, like at least he made the offer, but I mean, like there was another channel called What the Hales.
Will you do me a favour quickly, Eddie? Sorry to stop you. Will you do me a quick favour? Will you put the link to this story in the chat so people know what we're on about, yeah? In case they don't.
I'll have to leave and move to the computer because the
Well, can't you just tell them then? We'll tell people. What's it? What would the search?
because I'm actually
What? Explain the details, and they can do a search themselves.
basically it's a channel called Storage Legends. Like a guy called Guapo, or his real name is Anthony. He basically had a recent fire to his place, to his garage, and like the side of his garage, and you can actually see that he was doing his own investigation and this, that, and the other, and they tried everything to get it sorted out, but like it turned out to be arson, and like unfortunately, because of the situation at hand, it turned out to be a gas can in the end, and like what, like it was just crazy. But anyway, he tried to reach out to the firefighters and like to give them a gift, like out of appreciation, and
Okay,
they
John.
wouldn't.
You can turn your
Sadly-
camera off, mate.
Sadly, they wouldn't accept it. So
Just click on turn your camera off, John. Unless you don't mind yourself being seen, that's it. Sorry to interrupt you, Eddie. We've got John Hayworth.
there's a
Nice to
fucking
see
thing
you,
here.
mate. How you
Cool
doing?
tool. Working. Cool tools.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hiya.
How you doing?
Top of the pops. How are you doing, Eddie? I'm good, thank you.
Doing good. How are you?
Great. It's freezing here now at the moment.
Where are you?
Southern California. Palm
Really?
Desert. Palm Desert. Hey, this is first.
Turkish. Show
Pardon?
your face a bit more, please. I've got someone else out back, guys. Just a minute. Show your face a bit more, Turkish. Okay.
Yeah, it's cold now here in the desert. It's freezing. It's low 50s, but it's clear skies and it's
Turn your
icy
camera
cold
off,
at night.
Turkish.
Hello from the other side of the world.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad.
Where are you from?
We're from the UK.
No, you sound Irish.
I'm not
Hello.
Irish. The other chap is.
I sound Irish.
I was in Ireland a few years ago with my mom.
Was you? What
Yeah.
part of the desert are you from then, John? Where are you at now?
I'm not from desert. I'm from Istanbul, Turkey.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
just asking John then, what part exactly is he from?
Palm Desert.
I'm not from desert. I'm from Turkey.
I know that what you're doing. I know.
Conas a tattoo. Tomigama, I'm half Irish, half Turkish. For God's sake.
Okay.
Right.
I think that's a troll, Marshall.
Am
I
a
believe
troll?
so.
Seriously? A guy opened his camera and you're calling me a troll, sir? thanks for disrespecting me, mate.
You sound like a Cornish Turkish person to me.
To be very honest, I don't know what I sounds like. I
Yeah.
lost my accent because my dad speaks like this. And my mom sounds like the come down here. I'm waiting for you.
Oh
I
well.
do. I'm a
Yeah,
confused
cool, too.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm in Palm Desert in Southern California.
Oh
You're
my
in Southern
God, that would be the
California.
last option
Are
for
you
me.
from the UK originally, John?
Yeah,
No, I'm
from
not.
where?
Okay,
I'm
enjoy
getting
your night. Good night. Bye.
Bye.
no, adios, adios.
Adios, amigos. Not bad. That was interesting.
Hey, this is first time I've done this, Cold Tools, with all that stuff with
Oh,
Steel White
respect
George
to you, mate.
and
Respect to you.
hostage, and I didn't even know how to do it. I didn't even know it was that easy, just to press a button, and then I had to type my name in, John Hayworth.
Now you know, my man. That's impressive, isn't it, Eddie? You know, coming on mine first of all. You know, I appreciate that.
Oh, Steel
fair
was
play,
an
yeah.
art hostage. They'll be all pissed off. Steel was art hostage. John, the
Yeah.
first one to go on his Cool Tools.
Yeah, I mean, we used to go on Steam was quite a lot, didn't we?
Yeah. But I just used to comment because I grew up with Steve at school.
Oh, did you?
And when they were doing all the crazy stuff. But it's good. This connection, the internet stuff is pretty cool. I just listen usually while I'm working, listen to everything that's going on. But this is first time I've ever interacted with anybody on here.
No,
other
we
than
appreciate
typing.
that, don't we, Eddie? That's really
That's
good. It's the first time he's ever been on a live.
Yeah, fair play to you. I mean, like,
on the panel.
Eddie
So, no,
as well.
that's really cool.
Eddie, you know, you go on Ian, Can't Beat the Weed 420 as well.
Ian.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
No, no, I thought there was somebody who used to...
420. Yeah,
No,
very
he's on
rarely
about
though.
Ian Can't Beat the Weed 420.
I thought he was talking about someone else, but
I don't go
there's
on there,
another
Joel.
guy called 420. Well, very very rarely I go on to him now.
John, I don't go on there simply because I was in the middle of a disagreement he had with his cousin.
I saw it. I heard it and listened, just listened to it, and I heard everything. And
yeah, I just go into positive live,
Yeah, that's it. You
Like,
see that's why I don't go on either of them ones.
because I mean I've practically me whole life it was just pure negative, so I have to fucking find something positive to keep
yeah,
my mind right,
That's it,
Yep.
and that's the reason I don't go on that Ian's, because I was in the middle of it with his cousin and all the rest of it, and it's not good, and it's so easy to get pulled into these things on this medium. Best thing to do is stay positive, stay certain types of channels, and happily decline if it turns negative.
Yeah, no, that's why I've never ever gone on and spoken. This is first time.
No, I appreciate that, because I think you might know me by now a bit then if you've been on
Oh, yeah.
Steam Watches and all that. I used to go on there quite a lot. I was their first moderator.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I have got a real back.
Sorry?
No, I was gonna say the cold over here, the flu and all that stuff is bad.
I'm gonna step down, gentlemen.
No,
Take
someone
me.
was ringing me then.
No, I'll go. Let you all go. I would just
Yes,
try and.
someone was ringing me then, mate. It wasn't you, it was me. So, Yeah, I don't know who that was ringing me. But yeah, no, I appreciate you coming on, and hopefully you broke you broke the ice now, and you'll.
No, I can figure out how to do it now. Just press that button,
Yeah, a
press
lot
that
of
thing up.
people. Yeah, it's a confidence thing as well. I mean, that was easy to explain to you, wasn't it?
My telephone runs down quick though. I was just looking on my minutes now. On
Yeah,
my
you want to
percent.
get your charger plugged in.
Yeah, it's gone down like 30%.
Yeah, you want to get your charger plugged in. I'll leave mine plugged in when I'm on lives on the phone.
Yeah, and it keeps it. Yeah,
Yeah. But no, a lot of people, it's confidence as well. You know, like they're happily, you know, saying whatever
yeah,
in the chat or getting. I really hate it when people really get involved. They get really involved in the chat, yeah, and they really know a lot about a subject, yeah,
yeah, yeah,
and then they won't go on the panel,
yeah.
and it's it means you're typing like crazy, and
I know.
it's frustrating, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm when I'm listening to other things, like on other whatever channels, and I'm typing, spelling shit wrong, and it's easy just to say da 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 da. It's a lot quicker.
Context is everything as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
How many things get taken out of context on this? All the time, innit?
yeah.
It's that, you've typed it in a certain way and you mean it in a certain
And
way.
then
Someone's read it wrong.
yeah, and then you have to write. No, not that, but this.
Yeah, so at least you're gonna, it does make it easier coming on a panel. And I just wish other people would do what you've done tonight. Not just the technical part of it. Because that was easy to explain to you, wouldn't it, really?
Yeah, I didn't even know I had to type my name in. That's what I was trying to figure out.
I
each
just
time.
explained it basically, yeah?
So,
The stages there in a couple of little messages, and you did it straight away.
yeah.
And
So
then
I'm going to be.
it's the confidence with most people. They don't have the confidence to, maybe
Yeah.
come on the panel. And they know so much about certain subjects. Like, I really like getting into it when I'm on we're on about certain stuff that I know a lot about, yeah? And
Yeah.
you know what I mean? There's things like we were on about, I don't know, the Black Goo. You like that one, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's the Falklands War, there's the Essex Boys, Jill Dando.
Oh no, it's cut out.
And some,
I-
I've been privileged in certain.
Yeah.
What's cut out?
Oh no, when you were talking, then when you said Jill Dando, it went all quiet and then something else.
Oh, that's a bit odd, isn't it? Well, yeah, things like that. The different subjects where
Hey, that's cool though. I'm looking at my telephone screen now, and it's a completely different screen than what I'm used to looking at when I'm typing.
Yeah, it will be, mate. That's the that's like I think you get a StreamYard screen. You'll have a StreamYard screen up, you see.
It says you're in the show. Everybody can see and hear you.
That's right, yeah.
That's good. I'm going to bug everybody now. I tested your channel. I'm just going to be on live and just
And I left.
instead of typing.
I knocked it off then. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, I know. It just went to one screen.
Yeah, and you're in charge. So now I'm really glad that, you know what I mean? Because I've spoke to you so many times. Hello, Maria. Hello, Maria. I've only just seen your message. Lovely to see you. Have you popped in to pop out? Or what is it? And nice for coming along. Anyway, if you're leaving. But you're welcome whenever you want. I've never seen you before. And we've got some troll messages come in as well, which we'll get rid of. They've all come all at once, which is a bit, It's not letting me do certain things now, which is weird. I might have to refresh. Just stay put, mate, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just looking at my things on bottom because I don't see any. I'm trying to
Yeah,
look at
it's not
the screen
letting
on
me. I don't know where Eddie Gannon is. He could do with coming back because it's not letting me block a certain user. I'll put him in timeout anyway, that'll do for now. It's asking me to. It's not letting me do certain things. But refreshing is a bit of a risky thing to do, I think.
1 second.
Anyway,
I'm just going in.
so how come you're over there anyway, John? Let's check.
I'm just going in to get a bottle of water out fridge. 1 second.
All right, mate.
Hang on. Sorry about that.
It's all right, mate. So how come you've ended up over there then?
Yeah, I moved over here in February 1998. It were because my cousin moved over here maybe 3 years before in 95, middle of 90, I don't know. And then he started his own tiling company in
Right.
San Jose, up there in the Bay Area, up in San Jose in California. And he asked me to come out here and work for him. And then I got me, working, visa and everything. And then I moved over here because I weren't doing anything in England. I was just working on the roads. I just got laid off. And I thought, fuck it. Fuck England. The bunch of bullshit. Crap. It was going crappy. No work, everything. So I thought I'd just do it just for experience, and I've been here since then. And then I started my own business, window cleaning. I got my own window cleaning business.
Right, and you've stayed over there. Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah. It's a lot better than. I just have to go on computer in the morning and look at any English newspaper website, Lancashire Evening Telegraph, and look at that and think, fuck that. No, it's a toilet.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
And then just go on YouTube and look at the news and think, nah, fuck that. No.
Yeah, it's not great here, to be honest. The way
It's all
it's in
changed.
this country, it's if anything, it's just getting worse. The way things are,
Hey, you know what the scary bit is? If I go onto Google Maps on, Street View and look where I used to walk around, and I see no, everything's just full of trash. Well, rubbish, trash. All streets are full of rubbish. Everything just dirty, crappy. All the streets are all narrow, dark, orange, grey slates, wet. No.
Yeah, so you've had
But
enough.
there are nice places and everything, but you're only there for.
That's it. You need to enjoy this country. You need to be minted, and you need to have something worth. I don't know, something worth bloody living for, because it's, this time of year. I mean, you ever heard of SADS, seasonal affective disorder? When they change the clocks go back. Well,
Yeah.
it's a common thing in this country. You know, they change the clocks. A lot of people get tired, down, and I wonder
Oh, it's
whether
same
I,
here.
you know,
Yeah. It's
it's
same here. It's depressing and shit. Now here.
yeah, and it's due to the, you know, to the way you know, like the clocks have changed and the light and the weather, and it affects you without you even knowing.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
it's
it's
depressing as
like
fuck here.
yeah, and you think, oh, that wouldn't affect me, but in fact it does. And you know, I'm just trying to unblock this Maria, mate. So I'm a little bit.
Oh, you're right.
I've
Yeah, I'm just having a
blocked her
piss.
by mistake.
I was just down the end of the driveway having a pee.
So what is it?
Oh,
You're
yeah.
gonna have to show us in a minute. Once I've done this, and block this poor Maria, who's been a victim to my button pressing. Yeah, you're gonna have to show us, mate. It'd be nice to see what's around you. I bet it's a lot better than what's around here.
You want to? Yeah, I don't want to fuck it. That's why I didn't want to go on with Steam Wars and all that shit and go on there to see Steam Wars because they said go live, did the live, let alone to see what's around the back. I don't know. I don't
You
want
don't want to
people.
do that. That's okay. Don't do anything you don't want to do.
No, how do I do it though?
I'll show you
I'll
in a
go-
minute. Let me just sort this poor Maria out because I've absolutely done her by
Yeah.
accident. I've absolutely done her. I blocked her, haven't I? Poor woman. And I did
It's
it by
dark here
accident.
now.
Pardon?
No, it's dark here now. I think it's about. I don't know what time it is. It's 6:30, so you might be able to see things because there's stuff
Right,
lit
let
up
me
out.
see here. Contents audience. Right, here we go. I'm going to sort this out for poor Maria. God's sake. Right. See more. I'll be there in a moment, mate, and I'll help you out.
Oh, yeah.
No problem.
Great kill tools. I'm just
I'll be
cleaning
there in
some.
a moment. Oh, this is just right. Oh dear. I don't know what I've done here. It's just a bit odd. Damn. God. I feel quite bad that I've done that. It's not letting me do it on StreamYard, you see, to unblock her. So it's just a bit odd. I'll have a look in a minute. Don't worry about it. Let's get back to this. Okay, mate. So
Right, go on.
Karina,
Do I
hi,
press
nice.
cam now?
Charlie Ken, right? Right, I'm going to put you on full camera. Just a minute. So that. A minute.
Do I press that cam thing?
Right, now you press, yeah, the thing that shows your camera, yeah. You turn your camera on. Have it facing to what you want to show us.
Right, can you see it now?
Yeah. So you have
Right.
it facing.
Right. I don't know if you can see it, Cole. Can you see it?
That's all darkness, yeah.
Yeah,
Can't
no,
really
it's going
see
down
too
it.
much. Let me just see if I can make that a bit bigger for everyone.
Can you see? I'm
Um,
going out.
there you go. It's as big as I can get it. I can see there. Right. It's obviously it's dark, but no, you
Yeah.
can. You're in the middle of. Put the camera down. You can see your motor. Is that American car? Is it?
Yeah, not mine. Next door neighbours
Oh.
is a cunt.
Oh. Oh, you can see this that sort of environment. Oh, look at that, people. Nice dip
Next
in
door
the
neighbour.
pool, but it's
Next door neighbour.
freezing. It's freezing, isn't
Cold.
it?
Cold as fuck. Them ain't next door
Karina, would
neighbours.
you
Down.
get in the pool that time? Would you, Charlie Kenwright?
Yeah, that's our car.
Oh, you got a proper motor. And no, you're gonna have to show us in the daytime at some point, mate. But no, I appreciate you doing that. And oh god, you got, is that a cactus?
Bins are going out tomorrow.
All right, but that, it still looks peaceful, doesn't it? There's no wind, is there?
No, it's quiet, but cold. Cold,
But
cold,
the
cold.
temperature's definitely changed. Here we are,
Yeah.
Anarchy. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Do you know
I don't
Anarchy?
even know if you can see alt start. There's something there behind me, whatever that is. Oh, that's moon.
Is that a star in this?
Moon.
That's the moon, in it?
Yeah,
That's the moon.
yeah.
But no, appreciate you doing that. We have to do it in the daytime when it's light sometime.
Yeah. Yeah, when I'm working.
But no, you broke your cherry tonight. You've got on. You've done a few other bits and pieces. That's really good.
I didn't want to do all that shit though on the Steel Mozzies show because, you know, because everybody knows. You know what I mean?
Like, yeah. Like especially if you think people from your past and you know, like
You all
some
know what I'm
people-
like, but I just don't want to say, oh, well, we have a swimming pool in front of fucking apartment. Da, da, da.
Oh, you haven't bragged at all, mate. For God's sake, you haven't bragged at all. You know, you've just shown us, and that's cool. I'd do the same thing, and I wouldn't be bragging. You're just showing people what it's like. I asked you to do that, didn't I? So, you know, all props to you, my man.
Right. Has that gone off?
Yeah, I've took it off big screen now for you, yeah?
Oh, cheers, Cold Tools.
And you got
Yeah, I
none of me back as well. You've clicked your camera, haven't you?
Yeah, I guess I've figured it out now. There's just a little red thing on bottom that says camera. You press that thing.
Yeah. And you make sure you use them things for your privacy, how you want to do things. Yeah, not how the channel owner tells you. I asked you, and if you said you didn't want to do it, I said, don't have to do it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And that you shouldn't feel obliged, but no, that's really cool, and I'm glad that you've come forward a bit.
No, it's good. It's good because everything I've done, I'm just typing, you know. But it's a lot easier just to talk and say. But
Gets too much, doesn't it? This typing. So we've got a new person here, Thomas SP. This lady bought a '93 Toyota Peso for an oil change. I winked and told her that I was going to service her real good. Long story. Sure, I got fired, so I was wondering if I could crash here with you. If you want to, by all means. But that was quite an interesting story. Charlie Kenwright liked it, which is all good. Have we got anybody out back? Let me double check, because apparently I was leaving people out back. I've got so-called long-lost friends that I don't know whether they're in a mood with me, because I left them out back for a long time. Didn't know they were there. The thing didn't come up, telling me they were there. But no, so you've had that weather change. It's you've had a noticeable change in the weather. It's got a lot colder.
Fucking freezing. It's icy cold. Icy cold. It's gone from like 118 degrees to 56 degrees in 3 months. Every year it does it, you know.
So, how do you heat your house?
Air conditioning or central heating. Yeah.
Right.
And it costs a lot. Now it's gone up, since, you know, same as in England. The heating is
Oh,
going
yeah.
up.
Telling you.
Everything. They still say, oh, well, price of petrol's going down, but it's fucking not. It's still a lot more than what it were a year
Oh,
ago.
it's scary.
Yep.
It's scary what's happening, to the cost of things. I mean, yeah, not the best, is it? When you're seeing I don't think I ever remember. Who remembers seeing 30, 40, 50% jumps in stuff?
It was just on radio here, because I got radio on inside the house where I'm, you know, I can hear it now. But I guess what do you call it? They're gonna raise in the next couple of weeks. Oh, you're right. No, in the next couple of weeks they're gonna raise the percentage again, like another 0.5%. Fucking.
Yeah, you wouldn't imagine that them type of jumps would sort of happen, would you?
I think they said the percentage from the national treasury or whatever, it's been raised. This will be the 6th time this year, and it's always like 0.75%, 0.75%. But this time, well, we're only going to raise it 0.5%, but it's still going to be, that's when everything goes up. Everything goes up in December.
It's the jumps though, isn't it? 30, 40, 50%.
Everything, mortgage rates, all percentage on all that other stuff. It's going up.
Art's really concerned, isn't he?
It's a lot. We only rent, Fortunately, we rent. But people who own their own
But you're
house.
protected in a way, aren't you?
What's that called?
I bet you're glad now, aren't you?
In a way, it's always good to rent because you don't have to pay for everything, all maintenance and everything, because you're,
A lot of people say that. I mean, my brother is very concerned.
Yeah.
With the increases, his mortgage, all the rest of it. But I worry about the value of the pound. 'Cause that changes everything.
When I first moved over here, I came over here and I changed £1,000 in travellers' checks. I got 1,000, That's when it were travellers' checks, and it were like 175. And it were, but now it's pretty much just the same, and it's not much. It's gone down.
Well, I mean, Cool Tools, my name is because I was dealing in tools, power tools.
Yeah.
And they were from the US. And I was getting them. And I remember, because then obviously I'm watching the exchange rate, aren't I? I've known it go up to 139.5. $1.39.5 to the pound.
Yeah.
That was only 18 months ago.
Yeah.
What is it now?
It's
about
pretty much even.
£1.10, $1.10, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty much fucking even. You know what I mean?
What, is it less now? I haven't checked.
Well, I guess I think it's pretty much even.
Like
know, you'll get
1
maybe-
or something daft like that.
You'll get like 30%, 30 pence more on the 30 cents
So
more.
it's about what I was thinking, yeah? But that's
Yeah.
rubbish. It changes everything, doesn't it, Bobby Crush? And, you know, it changes our buying power, what we get for our money. And
Everything.
you
Everything.
know, SP, I just want to just make this comment. So, if you were a lady and I told you that, I was going to service you real good and then winked, would you consider that being sexual harassment? It depends. I mean, me personally, I think it should be taken in good taste, but you're always going to get someone that isn't going to take it in good taste. It's 50-50, mate. It's 50-50, and that's the risk about making them advances in the workplace. Yeah? Can you read the chat, Charlie? Not Charlie, John. Can you read
No,
the
I
chat?
can't see. No, I can't see any chat. I've just got. How do you?
Right. I'll read it out then. So Thomas SP said, if you were a lady and I told you that I was going to service you real good and then winked at you, would you consider that being sexual harassment and report it to my company director? He works in the garage, John. The first message was, this lady bought a 93 Toyota Peso for an oil change. I winked and told her that I was going to service her real good. Long story short, I got fired. So I was wondering if I could crash here for a while. Well, his second message there that I just read out, it's high risk, isn't it, doing stuff like that in the workplace? I mean,
Now,
if you're in a
now,
nightclub,
yeah, now
you
it
get
is.
away with it. Sorry,
Yeah.
go on, John. I interrupted you. Go on, mate.
No, now it is. You used to be able to say that kind of stuff and
How
get
are you meant
away
to
with
get
it.
laid in this day and age, for God's sake?
No, everybody's
You need an
crazy.
icebreaker, don't you, John?
No, no. Yeah. Yeah, you can't get away with that now.
Not in the workplace.
No.
That's the problem, Thomas. Yeah, I'm all for that type of thing, but you're always going to get somebody who can see an angle as well.
There's
The
always somebody
claims
offended.
culture.
There's always somebody offended.
Yeah, the claims culture. People know there's going to be, you know, an opportunity to make a few quid. And if she's happily married or, you know, she's a stroppy sort anyway, or whatever, that's the problem with doing it in the workplace, mate. Personally, I wouldn't have done it unless there'd been other... I mean, you may have had other little advances from her. Little inclinations. I've had it, mate. I've had more than my fair share, let me tell you. Yeah? But I do know nowadays you've got them people that see an angle and you're just a squirrel trying to get a nut, or you're a squirrel trying to get your nuts off.
No, just to go home and have a fantasy.
Well, yeah,
you
I
finish
suppose in a
work and
way.
go.
But in the workplace, Thomas, it's high risk. And look, you've lost your fucking job, mate. And sorry about that, mate.
Oh, he got fired.
Yeah, he got fired, yeah.
May as well
You know,
gone
and
bowling.
that's the bad thing about it. It's not a huge thing, but you're going to get them horrible people that... She'll put a claim in that I'll try and get $7,000, $8,000 pounds, whatever, wherever you are, yeah? You know, that's what's going to happen. And Bobby Crush, yeah, buying power of all the Western countries going to be less. But 120 ain't so bad. I was remembering it at 110 a bit ago. What are you saying, John? About 113 you're thinking, yeah?
I don't know, but when I first moved over here, it was 175.
175, yeah, go on.
That's when I first moved here, and that was good,
perfect.
you know.
What's that? How long ago was that?
1998.
Beautiful. 175. I'd love
Yeah.
that. I'd have been in
Yeah.
and out. I'd have made my money before the bloody pandemic happened if it was 175. Because
Yeah.
the exchange rate used to make a massive difference.
Yeah.
Obviously, when I was getting my people to do these deals, we're doing deals directly with Home Depot managers. Yeah?
Yeah.
We had a few managers that would do us even better deals than that was on the shelves, and you know sometimes they give it away there, don't they?
Yeah. What were it? All Milwaukee tools? Or?
Yeah, the Milwaukee, the DeWalt.
Yeah.
Sometimes my favourite, Hilti.
Yeah.
You know, Hilti, I don't know how the hell they could get rid of it at that price. But you had to spend a certain amount, and the starting amount was $1,700.
Oh.
Yeah? That was the starting amount. So, manager wouldn't entertain it, any extra discounts and all the rest of it. I got all the discounts going to man. I even got people that were taking in the what's the other place?
Lowe's.
Yeah, Lowe's. Yeah, taking in the Lowe's £10, 10%
Yeah.
discount as well. I was doing all that, and then he said one time I was talking to one of the managers through somebody I was on a live with, and they were walking around the store. You see, this is how I used to do it. We'd be on a live like this. You'd be walking around
Yeah.
the store.
I love that. I love that. I love that. I get that.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I used to do it. And then also I was the weight. We had certain deals with the shipping as well. And
Yeah.
I was developing the business, so I was getting customers that were putting orders in as well. So that would help with the cash flow, yeah?
Yeah.
Anyway, $1,700 was the minimum. And this is with the manager. That wouldn't be my order with my people. So the manager said, we give you an extra this, an extra that, or an extra 10% or whatever if you spend $1,700. So that was the thing. And often we just spend like 1,800 and then start another order, yeah?
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
he had like word from head office. They spend $1,700, we'll give you can give this much extra. And also he'd throw in some other bits and pieces, you know? As well, like I was getting, I mean, just basic stuff. I was getting a set,
Yeah.
right, that in the UK I could sell for 900 quid, yeah? I was getting
Yeah.
it, right, it worked out £319 after exchange rate, yeah? £319 plus shipping, and obviously VAT as well. But the thing was, the VAT we paid, because I was getting stuff to order, they claimed VAT back anyway, yeah?
Yeah.
Because they
Yeah.
were tradespeople, yeah? So some of my best deals were done with tradespeople, yeah? To order, and I get certain things where I just take a fee on top, yeah?
Yeah.
But my guy that would walk around the store, every order he did, he'd get $50 for.
Yeah.
He'd do like 6 orders in about 2 hours. Yeah,
That's
and
good.
then all he had to do was pack it up there and then at the store,
Ship it out to you.
and then the guy pulls up in the truck and it goes. You don't even have to move anything, put anything in his car, nothing. It all happened from that store. So it's pretty good. But yeah, if the exchange rate's starting to go the other way, that's interesting, because it means a lot. And you got people here that really know this stuff. Bobby Crush, you know, he's well into all the politics of all this, which is interesting.
Well,
And Charlie, you did say about the story to do with my second school that I went to. Well, I might do a whole stream on that at some point. I don't know where. Did you hear that, John? When I
No.
talked about that.
yeah, go on, Cool Tools.
Well, I know I'm asking. Did you hear about it when I talked about it?
No,
On one of ours, or was it mine? I don't know. About the school I got funneled into.
no,
To
no.
go to. Okay. Well, it's a long story. I'm not going to go into it now, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a full stream on certain subjects. Yeah.
Yeah,
Might do a full stream on the Essex Boys. Full
I'll
stream.
be.
Sorry, go on.
No, I were when I were in England. I didn't really hear about that, and I've only in past maybe 6 years. I've been looking at that. The Essex Boys, them three who went down that lane and got blasted. And it goes a little deeper than what people have said, I think.
Oh no!
There's one thing that I was watching. There's I think it's from crime scene to courtroom, or whatever it was.
He's a really good channel.
Yeah, that's who I've been watching. You know, back.
He doesn't want to know who did it. He says.
Yeah, just wants to figure it out.
To go into it. Well, I've had lots of conversations with him, and he never disagrees with me. You know, conversations away from the channel, yeah?
Yeah.
He never disagrees with me.
I've watched his stuff and all the forensics and everything that's come through.
He pulls it apart so well, doesn't he? He'd be a brilliant barrister, wouldn't he?
That's what I thought he were. Is he? What is he? What does he do? Is he? Was he a crime scene investigator or something?
No, he's neither. It's just a hobby.
Yeah.
You know, I said to him, if I ever get caught dogging, you're my barrister. You're my representation in court.
Yeah.
No, he's really good, isn't he? He can pull it apart beautifully. He's pulled it apart better than anybody that I've ever seen.
Yeah, and you know, when they went down to the end of that lane and they stopped, or whatever they did, when they stopped at the end of that lane and they said that gate maybe were closed, you know,
Yeah.
It was that cold. It was winter in December or whenever it were. That car, that Range Rover, to keep the heating on if it were running, I don't know. Just something. Because
they were there some time before they got killed.
So they were there for a.
Yeah, they did. There was a number of people that came. There was a transaction that happened before they got killed.
Yeah, but they must have turned the car off.
Pure setup and the transaction that happened. Okay, without saying too much here, because I'm going to do a few private streams about this. Yeah, where there's just you have to be a subscriber to come, but then we're going to make it private rather than go across the airwaves. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So we can all talk about it. Yeah. Put it this way, the transaction that was to happen before that happened to them, that was part of it as well.
Yeah.
That was a reason to make sure they were there. And then these are the reasons that a plane was coming in. That's a load of rubbish. Yeah? They might have been led to believe they were checking out the thing, but they know for a fact that area anyway, and they were
Oh,
put
yeah,
to
that
that
fishing.
particular place on purpose. And I actually believe as well there was some people that weren't so far away watching the incident happen.
Well,
You know, there were some people that were, on a bank, on the edge of the woods, that watched it happen. And Mick and Jack, they were led to believe they were to go there across the field so that they could take the commodity away, because the person leaving the commodity didn't want anybody leaving the lane with the commodity in their vehicle. Yeah?
yeah,
So the commodity had to go across the fields. Yeah?
go the other way rather than to the road.
Yeah, and that's what Mick and Jack were involved in. But what happened is that's what put them there. They've come, they've already been shot once, and then they were invited to take a shot.
Yeah, just you're involved. Yeah, you're involved.
That is it. That's what happened as they approached the gate. And that's why Mr. D, who isn't Mr. D who people say they are,
Yeah,
had
there's
a
something dodgy about it.
9mm. He had a 9mm, and that was to protect himself when he handed the shotgun over.
Yeah,
And the story about Darren Nichols is given far too much weight, and the business about him saying the shotgun came apart, no. Mick was shaking while he was reloading the shotgun.
oh,
He was shaking. Yeah?
yeah,
Because he'd been dropped into that situation. They got stitched up. They were going to
There-
get a
yeah,
long
there's
time in prison anyway, because they wanted him. And when the state wants you, the secret state, you've had it. I know that. You've
yeah.
had it. You've had it.
To shoot 3 shotgun they said they were whatever it were. I've seen the things,
There's
but
only
just
one shotgun.
yeah, but to shoot 3 times and the car had to be turned off. It must have been turned off. The ignition.
You see, 3 times each is because they were all shot once each by the professional, yeah? And then
Yeah.
thinking they're collecting a commodity to take away across the field to their car that's in a car park, yeah?
Yeah.
Right?
I'm getting another bottle of water. Hang on.
Right.
Just inside. Just gone inside.
Basically, that's why there was 3 each. Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
But a lot of stuff.
And if it had all that, if
You're
it
not
had,
buying what? You're not buying what, Charlie? Tell me how, why, and what you're not buying, and I'll quite happily talk to you about it. But I don't want to go into too much detail on the live and how I know.
the car must have been turned
They
off.
weren't the shooters. They weren't. That's why they've always protested their innocence, Charlie, because they were already dead when they walked up to the Range Rover across the field. Yeah, to collect the commodity to take away. Let me tell you, the commodity was dropped off by a white escort van. The escort van was owned by the biggest gang of all, let's say. Well, you can still ask something, Charlie, but you just got to be careful. But yeah, things are always different. And if I told you that land also was has claimed more charitable money than probably most places in the UK, military charities, things like that. They've got military areas to walk around. Things happen in a certain way for a certain reason, and they were vile people, what they were doing, and the way they were going. They turned into monsters. That's their own friends saying that. So there's plenty of stories that didn't come out. And what happens is, when a gang war's imminent, which I will say, when a gang war's imminent and their stuff that they're doing, they think, you know, they've robbed people, they've done this, they've done that. Apparently they shot someone as well, and obviously they did injecting people, throwing them in ditches, things like that. When a gang war's imminent, it goes above, up to security services. And it's called a nip it in the bud operation. But you can't do a nip it in the bud operation how it's normally done, with a hard stop, with specialist armed police, with a liaison officer that only knows he's going to be shooting. 100%.
Cool tool.
Yeah.
I'm on 6% on my telephone, and it might knock
Okay.
off.
Well,
So,
I'll just
if
quickly
it-
say, when they do that, and it goes up to the security services for public protection, they nip it in the bud and get rid of it. Had to be done. Anyway, thanks for coming on, John.
Oh, you're right. Cheers, Cool
Get yourself
Tools.
sorted out. You're always welcome whenever you want, and it's nice to meet you properly. We've
Oh,
been
I know.
talking for over a year or two, haven't we?
I know. Since Steel was. So,
Yeah, so no. You take care and make sure you, you know, keep coming on. And
I
go
will
on
do.
other lives. Get yourself an Arts. Have a chat with him. You know, it'll be good for you.
yeah, I'm on 5%.
All right, mate. You take it easy. And I'll
Cheers.
talk to you later. You know how to
Yeah.
go off, don't you?
Yeah, now I just press that thing and then go on the
Yeah.
live.
All right, mate. Take care.
Take care, Cool Tools. All the best, chat. See you later.
All right. Thanks for coming on, mate.
I don't even know how you turn it off now.
Yeah. You got to press it on the right-hand side at the bottom. It says leave.
All right, Lee. Lee, yeah.
All right, mate. Take care.
See you later.
Well, that was nice of him coming on, wasn't it? That was great. Yeah, I know what you mean, Bobby, because the exchange rate is fake, but it is doctored to a thing, but it is what we all go by. You're going to go and exchange some pounds to dollars, you're going to get the 120, aren't you, or thereabouts? So we're all bound by it, whether it's sort of fake and it's, you know, doctored, as we know. I just worry about when that figure was getting down to, I saw it, I'm sure it went to 108, something daft like that, a bit ago, about a week or two. Because I don't have reason to check 2, 3, 4 times a day like I used to. Obviously I don't check, but yeah, I think move it to the east. Do you think? Where would you move it to? You say you mentioned Vietnam earlier. I mean, I don't know what I trust, but it seems to be going back in the right direction, doesn't it? So I really don't. I don't know. Difficult. So, I don't know, Bobby, about that. It's, I've got no reason to sort of look as much, but yeah, I was a bit worried when it went to silly amounts, because that affects everyone then, doesn't it? I mean, obviously I wasn't trading or anything like that, but yeah, it's the bat, innit? The Thai bat. Do you trust that, Bobby, then? Because I've never done anything with the Thai bat, to be honest. Trust the Thai bat. I've never sort of put anything into them currencies. Not that I need, but if you're saying that you don't trust our currencies now, the pound or the dollar, don't know. That's quite a bit of an improvement to what I was thinking. So I'm not sure what. So there's no way you can appeal, Thomas, if you're still here. Surely that should be a written warning rather than an instant dismissal, and you could have just... Didn't you try and play it down a bit? Like it was a bit of a joke. But yeah, I suppose... yeah, you are right, Bobby. Englishmen can't say much or do much in the UK. Certain groups seem to get a free pass. Very true. Good night, Charlie. Take care. Sorry it's been a bit quiet, but it's better than no live, I guess. I'm going to do some structured lives though, where we have a subject matter. I'm going to invite people and they're going to basically confirm that they're going to come. I will arrange it like that, and it will be about certain subjects. Whether that be, you know, Essex Boys, Marconi Scientists, Black Goo, Falklands War, anything like that, or any other things that people can bring up. I personally like the subjects that I know a bit about, obviously, because it makes it better for people. But Charlie, I will address, I need help from my friend Vix. Really, we've been planning this for a while, but you know, certain people haven't been well and I haven't been too great, and you know, I need to plan that one out, because I will do a book. I was thinking of doing a book at some point, narrating a book about that, because it's so bizarre. And there's actually another lady who did a podcast who went through similar. She did a podcast with James English. If you want to search that out, she went through similar, but I believe she was in a hospital setting. But she was a child, and the thing that surprised me is the hospital setting wasn't in Wiltshire, so it was illegal. Because as I explained, the parish that was Wiltshire and a bit of Berkshire is the only place where that can happen with under 18s. Officially. And I don't believe where the thing she describes was not in that jurisdiction, that parish, which is now sort of 2 counties, that area, when the law was passed in 1951, I believe. So she describes it, and she's in a different era. I know they do what they want, but normally they try and follow their own protocols to make out their, you know, a democracy, whatever. But no, that was really made for Porton Down and other places like that they had facilities in Berkshire, Newbury, Swindon, and other parts of Wiltshire, Corsham, that they were doing experiments on. Maybe they didn't expect it to go up. I think she's from Liverpool area. But no, it'd be one to look out for, Charlie. Okay? So, I thought a few of my friends would come over, but it seems like they don't want to. My other friends. And Eddie Gannon ain't come back, so what I might do is, would you just put something in the chat to say you're here, please? And we'll see who we got. Because we're getting on for 2 hours, and that'll be a good time to either end it or decide to extend it. And it's time for a cheese and crisp sandwich, I believe. So, would you just put a thumbs up in the chat if you're still here? I think Bobby Crush might still be here. Charlie's gone. Well, there's 7. So they're all ghosting it, never mind. So anyway, 8. I'm going to have one last look out for any guests. If there's none, we're going to call it. Okay? So it's good night to everyone, and take care. Thanks for coming, and we'll see you next time.